If you give your shell a file path and nothing else, it assumes you're sending it to a command, and it's going to try and execute that file. Obviously, that isn't going to work if you happen to send it to a JPEG image or a PDF file. But we can give it the absolute path to this script here, and the shell is going to execute it for us. However, writing these absolute paths is laborious, so instead, we just use ./script name that I described in the previous session. But what is this dot? Well, you've already seen how ... means the previous directory. A single dot just means the current directory. So we're replacing that absolute path with the relative path from this current directory instead. It's worth pointing out then that if we were in a sister directory, for example, we'd have to type the relative path like this instead. So how come we can run commands like cat and echo without giving file paths? Well, there's actually nothing special about those files at all. They're just in a directory called bin, which is here, in the top level root directory. Whenever we give a command without a file path, the shell looks here to find and execute that command. Bin is short for binary, not to be confused with rubbish bin. Sadly, Bash doesn't have one of those. Binary is an executable format directly understood by the computer, but we'll learn about that later, because this term doesn't actually matter, since anything in this directory will be run as a command. Our script isn't technically in binary format yet, but if we put it in our bin directory, you'll see that we can just run it like any other command from anywhere in the directory tree.